Alright, I will present the deck that we will be running until the end of the stream, so for about 3 hours. I will run a budget Wintermoon deck that you can find on my article. The article is on HEX Primal, discussing about what you could go for with a budget deck in the constructed ladder. So I posted 3 aggro deck and 1 combo control deck, and this is the combo control deck. So we'll start off with this one. In the next one, we'll go for Yoto, and then probably for Ugnok, and we'll finish with Bombus. So we'll make a series of videos. That way you can actually check that out on YouTube as well. So the deck is fairly simple here. This version is full budget. So the most expensive card is just yesterday, pretty much. All the rest is just fairly cheap, fairly cheap. So what you need is just yesterday, and the rest is like okay. So it's all about drawing cards. So you have Thunderfusier, Sensei, and Messenger. Messenger can even draw you cards when you yesterday your board, so that's great. You have lots of lullaby effect, like when I say lullaby, it's fog effect with lullaby doing so, and also with yesterday that can be used as a fog as well. When I say fog, is a way to not get hit by attackers. So either by denying the damage or just returning all in the hand. The rest of it is just draw engine. So you have Arcane Focus, Thunderfusier that is generating a card draw, Sensei that is generating card draw, Phoenix, Lenapo's Sight, and Crackling Wheat. And that's it. Then you got 3 counter magic, Harvest Moon that you can loop thanks to the hero power as well, and get bunch of health gain. And then you got the kill of the deck, which is Sliver of the Immortal Spear. So Sliver is able to make you unable to maul yourself, which is fairly important in some situation. And also, at some point, you will be able to kill with the Sliver just by playing it, and playing 5 of them and exhaust 5 and deal 5,000 damage to the face of your opponent. So that's pretty much for the deck. The curve is fairly low, so you can see it this way. It's fairly low, so it's all about drawing cards, getting some counter magic to interact with your opponent that is trying to interact with you, pretty much. That's the thing of this deck. The shard base, I decided to go for 22 shards. Maybe you could go to 23 and cutting 1 Sensei or 1 Phoenix. That's your choice. You can go for that. In the sideboard, I went for 3 more Verdict and 1 more counter magic to go to be in a better shape against either those prophecy decks where you can counter those Lenapo's Sight and all this. Then you got a Gale Force that is great against McBulbus in general, especially the version with Gobbler. Then you got Time Ripple that can actually deal with some annoying cards that either deny you from drawing or that you are unable to answer, like let's say Soul Marble that might be annoying, even though it's alright. And then you got a Wind of Change that can answer some of the Chant deck or some of the Primordial Caves deck. So overall, the deck is fine and usually deals fairly it does fairly great against Hierophant deck, which is the point of the deck. This is probably tough against a Prophecy Burn, even though with the counter magic you might be able to counteract with the fact that they would chain action at some point. So this deck this is pretty much it for the presentation of the deck. Once you get more money, as I mentioned in my article, you can go for either Transmogrifade, that is cheap removal, that is really effective and great against Lixil, for example. You can also go for one Mass Polymorph Dingler, which is also great, and you can also go for some sort of different sideboard with, for example, Chronic Madness, that is fairly good. So if you are going to do some events and win some alternate art Chronic Madness, just you can add some in the sideboard. That is also great, and you can also go a little bit more aggro by just going for you can also go for Brown Foscow to go a little bit more aggro. So if you play Seeing Red on your Gobbler, you'll keep the buff, but Seeing Red is in your crypt, but all buff on HEX are permanent, unless it says so, which is completely different from some other TCG. Alright, so that's it for the presentation, and we'll jump into the ladder with the budget deck.